Hi there. Welcome to Bible/Chat. Jason, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Jason is here doing videos with me today. However, should you be here, Jason?
Yes.
What is this weekend?
I clock in and clock.
Whatever, dude.
It's my anniversary.
It's
yes.
your anniversary.
Yes.
How many years?
It is 18.
18 years. Jane, if I believed in saints, your precious wife would be among them.
That's
yes.
true. Absolutely.
Okay, so we have
100%.
a good question about marriage in light of your
good segue.
anniversary.
Excellent.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
What's the good?
Yeah, let me give you
Sorry.
the question. No, it's okay. So, the question is then, in heaven,
Yeah.
will we be married?
Okay.
Will we, like our spouse
Yeah.
that we have currently?
Yeah, totally.
Will that be our spouse then? And,
Yeah.
there's a lot of maybe other questions that flow out of that, but go
Yeah,
ahead.
Good. Yeah, so it's interesting. Jesus actually references this.
Mm-hmm.
The Sadducees try to stump Jesus with a question in Matthew 22.
Yep.
They say, there's this guy, and he gets married, and his first wife dies, the second one, third one, fourth one, fifth, and sixth one. And he says, who will he be married to in the resurrection? The reason they're asking that is because they don't believe in the resurrection.
Exactly.
They're unbelievers, and they don't believe in the resurrection,
Right.
and so they're trying to stump him with a question about the resurrection. Right. Jesus responds, Matthew 22:29. He says, "You're mistaken, not understanding the scriptures nor the power of God." So Jesus says, you don't understand the Bible, and you don't understand the power of God. That's the whole point. You're missing the whole principle of the resurrection, which is a nice link with what we've talked about this whole week.
No, absolutely.
And he says, you don't understand this because you don't understand the Bible. And then in verse 30, he gives us an answer.
Yep.
He says, "For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are like angels in heaven."
So what does that mean?
What does that mean? Well, what's angels, right?
Yeah.
Angels are effectively non-sexual beings,
Right.
right? So the principle is that in heaven that we will have new bodies,
Right.
and the idea of marriage will cease to be.
Yeah.
We won't be married or given in marriage. And so will we be married in heaven? The answer very simply is no.
No.
Will we know our spouse? Of course we will.
We're gonna know everybody.
Yeah, we're gonna know everybody. But I think there will be in some sense an awareness of like that closeness or bond that we had in this life in a unique way.
Of
but
course.
not just simply because we'll know each other,
Yeah.
But I think, like C.S. Lewis said, the divine, once we receive that divine image from Christ, we will be so different, so transformed that it'll be almost like unrecognizable.
That's awesome.
So that's what I would say to that.
Yeah.
And the reason, but the question is, why would marriage stop in heaven?
Right.
Like, why would that end?
Yeah,
right?
that is the next question.
And the answer is, I think very simply, that marriage is a picture of Christ and the church. God's intention from the very beginning was for marriage to be a picture of what's happened between Christ and his people.
Exactly.
And once there's a consummation of Christ and his people, which is heaven,
When we see
then
him,
marriage, which is the shadow of the thing, has been overtaken by the reality.
Right.
And so there's no more need for the shadow once we're experiencing the reality with
That's
Christ.
awesome.
Yeah.
So it's like marriage was the gospel was first, and then God's like, we're gonna make marriage.
Yeah, we're gonna illustrate the gospel.
To look to illustrate or be the living example of what the gospel actually is, right?
Of that union with Christ that we share. Yeah.
So that's ultimate.
Yeah.
And marriage is penultimate. It's just
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So the marriage serves the other.
Yeah.
And so that
Not
way,
the other way around.
Yeah, not the other way around. So once we've come to heaven and all of that reality has come to us in fullness, then marriage ceases to have the import that it does. It's no longer necessary.
Will we be sad about the dissolution of the marriage?
For sure not.
Yeah. That was a rhetorical question almost.
For some. No. I think just the opposite. I think we'll realize the fullness of our inheritance in Christ. We'll rejoice at the consummation of that relationship in a way that makes every other human relationship pale into nothingness, right? Yeah. And then that reality will fill our souls so profoundly that marriage will cease to have any import.
It's so crazy. We can't even imagine because we're in this flesh right now. Yeah. We have no idea what that's going to feel like.
Totally. Yeah, we can't even conceive of it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks so
Very
much.
good. Yeah, thanks for talking. Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
All right.